Okay, we are out here this morning after completing our tutorial on the motor, gearbox, and prop replacement on the Volantex Mini TrainStar. This is our very first test flight with this new motor, gearbox, and prop combination, so hopefully all that time we spent on the tutorial will have been worth it. So let's go ahead and put it in the air. We've got 3 to 5 mile an hour wind this morning, and I have it in 3-axis gyro mode. So keep your fingers crossed. Oh man, that thing has some power. I can't swear to it, but it certainly seems like it has more power than it did stock. It's pretty twitchy in this wind. I'm gonna throttle back, man. I think we are successful. Wow, I'm impressed. I've got my Volantex Mini TrainStar flying again. Alright, let's check out a loop. Oh yeah, I would say that the stock motor and prop were not putting out 50 grams of thrust. Yeah. It's pretty twitchy in the wind. It's 3 to 5 mile an hour wind out here. Let's try another loop. That was fun. Oh yeah. Sorry about the sun. Wind's pushing it around a little bit. But yeah, pretty cool. Now I don't know what the amp draw is going to be on this new motor, prop, and gearbox combination. The motor that came in at stock was a 8520, and this motor is an 8020, so the motor's slightly smaller than the stock unit that was in it, but it looks like it's turning the prop faster than the stock unit did. Because I don't remember the plane having that much power. I remember the loops being much slower than that. So, all the time and effort that we put into the tutorial to mount this unit in appears to have been well worth it. I'm pretty happy to have this little plane back up in the air again. Absolutely. I think this plane is the best trainer I have come across yet. Now I'm just gliding. And the balance seems really good. CG. I've just got a little 150 milliamp battery in here right now. And it scoots right along. So what do you guys think of that? You think that was a decent upgrade or a replacement? You think this unit's a decent replacement unit for this? There's another loop. That is too cool. I think it's a little noisier than it was, that I remember. probably because it's turning the prop a little bit faster. But yeah, for $4 to get this plane back up in the air, I think that's excellent. Man, this was the very first plane that I had that had a landing gear where I could practice takeoffs and landings. Now I hand launched it for the very first flight because if anything went wrong, I didn't want to take a chance on breaking the prop. I don't have a spare one out here with me. Matter of fact, I don't think you can buy spare props for that. But the prop looks, it's fairly flexible, and it seems like it's going to have good durability. Hopefully as good a durability as the stock one did, because I've nosed this plane in several times since I've had it, and I never broke the prop on it. It just finally got to the point where the nylon gear on the gearbox and the nylon gear on the motor were just worn out. They were barely contacting each other, and so you just couldn't get enough thrust out of it to fly it anymore, which is why I sought out a replacement for it. And I'm glad I selected the one that I did. Very cool. I don't know. I don't know. I was, looking at the amount of thrust that it has now. I was actually thinking about maybe putting another micro FPV camera on it. We'll have to see, because it certainly seems like it has a lot more power now than it did have. Let's get up here and try another loop. Yeah, loops are absolutely not a problem. Yeah, so if you have a Volantex Mini TrainStar and the motor, gearbox, and prop are just worn out on it, do not get rid of that plane. Put one of these units in it and follow our tutorial, and you'll have this thing back up and flying as good or better than it was brand new. Look at that, no problem at all. Like I said, it's pretty twitchy today because on the ground we have 3 to 5 mile an hour wind, and usually when you get off the ground about 20 or 30 feet, you have a lot more wind. And the way that we positioned the gearbox, motor, and prop got the CG right where it needed to be, so that's not a problem either. What a fun plane. I'm going to be putting some battery packs through this today. I don't know how good my batteries are. Most of my little one-cell batteries have got quite a bit of age on them. I'm going to have to order some more one-cells. Like I said, I think the stock battery that it came with was a 180 milliamp battery, and the one that I have in here now is a 150. So I don't expect I'm going to get as much flight time out of this battery as I did the stock one, but the stock battery that came with it didn't seem to last all that long. Now we just need to find out. I will keep a log of how many flights that I get on this new motor, gearbox, and prop combination to see what kind of lifespan we get out of it. But I think with the stock unit, I think I had about between 50 to 60 flights on the plane before, it got to the point where it had to be replaced. So hopefully I will end up getting 50 or 60 flights out of this replacement unit. And I haven't made up my mind yet. Once this unit has needs to be replaced, I don't know if I'm gonna. I may convert this over to a micro brushless system. I just have to see, because it flies so well. I'd like to hang on to this airframe for as long as I can, you know. You don't come across a lot of these really lightweight microplanes that fly as well as this one does. Very nice. This thing is just a joy to fly. Okay, we've been flying for a while. Let's see if we can do yet another loop with it. See how much power it still has. Gain a little altitude here. Yeah, see now. Sorry about the sun. So we're starting to lose some thrust on it now. I don't know how long I've been flying. Yeah, we definitely are. I got to bring it in. Ooh. Okay, well that was as much flight time as I could get out of the 150 milliamp battery. But I brought 3 or 4 of them with me, so I'm definitely going to put some more. I'm definitely going to put some more flights on this little guy today. So what we know is that the replacement, this makes a good replacement motor for the stock motor in the Volantex Mini TrainStar, and it certainly seemed to me like it was producing more thrust than the stock setup. So as tight and as fast as those loops were, I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember them being that snappy. So hope you guys enjoyed this test flight. The replacement was successful. If you guys need to replace it, you know, we'll provide a link to our tutorial for replacing this stock motor with this one, with the link to this motor, gearbox, and prop. So please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out our Patreon site. We'll have more flights of this on the Patreon site as well. And I will see you in the air.